Hey guys, this is Balu and today in this video I will show how we can create this kind of CGI advertisement videos in Blender easily. So this is going to be a beginner friendly tutorial, and in this tutorial I will be using fSpy application which is used to match the perspective of camera, and also we will be using an add-on called GeoTracker to track the camera for Blender. So hope you guys will find the video useful, and without any further delay let's start today's video. So here I am using Blender 4.1. So first of all, let's see how we can download this fSpy application and also this GeoTracker add-on. So first of all, let's open our Chrome or whichever browser you like, and first of all let's search as fSpy Blender add-on. So here we got this fSpy web page, right? Just click on that fSpy. First we need to download the application. So here you can see this is an open source, so which is free to download, and just click on this download button. It will be downloaded, and after that we need to download this Blender add-on. So for that, scroll down. Here you can see we got this importing to Blender, right? Just click on this fSpy importer add-on. We will get GitHub page open. So here come to this code, and from here we can click on this download zip. So here we get the latest version, but for some reason this latest version is not working in 4.1, so we need to download the earlier versions. So here you can see we got this releases, right? Click on this +3 releases. So we got the earlier versions. So if I scroll down, you can see we got this 1.0.0. so this is working. So click on this version and just click on that, it will be downloaded. After that we need to download another add-on. So let's open another web page. So here I will be searching as GeoTracker for Blender download. Search. So this is the official page, Keying Tools. Click on this download Keying Tools, and now click on this download button. So it will be downloaded. So now let's install this fSpy add-on and also install this GeoTracker, which is Keying Tools add-on. So let's come to Blender. So go to this Edit, Preferences, and click on this add-on. Click on this install button. So here you can see we got that Blender fSpy. Select it and install. So enable it, expand this one. So here you can see this is installed. Now let's install this Keying Tools. So again click on this install, select the add-on and install add-on. So enable it, drop down this one. So here I have downloaded this core library, right? We need to download the core library. After that, save preferences. Now we can close this one. Now let's open fSpy. So here I got this folder, right? So here this is the fSpy application which we have downloaded. We need to unzip this one. After that we will get the folder, open the folder, and here we need to look for the application. Here you can see fSpy.exe. double click, we will get the fSpy application open. So in this video I will be using this footage from Pixels. So download link in the description if you want to use the same. So in order to use fSpy we need to have a image of this video. So make sure you are at the starting frame. If you are using VLC player, go to this video options and select this take snapshot. So you'll get a single frame of our video here, or else you can use any editing software to get a single frame. Make sure it is a starting frame. So after that we can move further. Now we need to drop our image which we have taken as a snapshot. So here I got that and simply drop it onto this fSpy. So now here we got this, right? So here we got this number of vanishing points. So this is set to 2, so leave it like that only. So vanishing point axis, here I will change this Y to Z. Okay, so now we need to match the perspective here. So this is x-axis and blue is z-axis. So first of all let's match the x-axis here. So let's place this here. So if you want to see clearly, hold shift key and let's place the point here. Now select this one, and I think yeah, this is fine. Now select the second point, place it here. So this is fine. Select this one and I think, yeah, this is fine. So x-axis is set. Now we need to place the z-axis. So now select this point. Let's place at the corner of the building. Select this one and let's place this here. Let's select this one, place it at this corner, select this point and place this at the corner. So now we can grab this pivot point. So let's enable this XY grid floor. So now let's place the floor here. So now here you can see the z-axis is aligning properly. So let it be here like this. After that we need to save this one. So go to this file, save. So here I will save this as 123 fSpy. Give the name whatever you like and save. Now we can close this one. So close the application. Now open Blender. Now we need to import that saved file. So first of all, let's clear this one. Press A and clear this. Now go to this file, import. We got this fSpy option, right? Click on this and select the file. So here we got the file and import fSpy. So here you can see we got our background image along with the camera perspective. So now we need to add a plane here. So first of all, go to this add mesh, select a plane. So here we got the plane at the pivot point RX90. Press S and increase the scaling. Let's place this here. Now press tab key, and if you want to adjust manually we can do that. So let's select both the vertex here. Let's adjust it manually. So rest is fine. Now press N on the keyboard. So here we can see we got this GeoTracker, right? Click on that. Click on this create new GeoTracker. So by default we will get this geometry plane and we will get the fSpy camera what we have loaded here. So in this clip we need to add our clip here. So click on this new clip. So here I got the footage, select the footage and load clip. So we got our footage loaded. Load the footage, and now if I play this, you can see the plane is not following the camera. So first of all we need to analyze the footage. So for you will get the analyze option here. So for me it is showing reanalyze because I have already analyzed this one previously, but for you it will be an analyze option. Just click on this analyze option. For me in this case reanalyze, so I click on this option here. Frames I will select this like 300. Just click on this OK button. So here this is giving me a warning sign because I have already analyzed the file. This will overwrite those previous files. So just click on this OK. You may not get this warning message, so I will click on this OK. So here you can see the analyzing has been started. So this will analyze the footage like to and fro, from starting to end and ending to start. So here the analysis is done. So first of all let me save this file. So Ctrl S, and I will save this as 12345 and let it be a random name. So we have saved the file. Now change this to camera and come to this camera options. Enable this estimated focal length and change this to camera. Select this start pin mode. By clicking on this start pin mode we will get green border lines of our plane. If you are not getting visible that one, scroll down, appearance. So let's change the opacity to 1. Uncheck this back face culling and also lit wireframe. So now you can see we got this green outlines of our plane. Okay, so after that we need to click on this track forward. So just click on this track to end. So again it will track the footage. So now you can see our plane is staying in its position and also following the camera movement. So make sure we have to change this to camera. So pin mode is done, and if you want to track backward, just click on this track to start and it will again track from end frame to starting frame. So now once this is done, just click on this exit pin mode. So here I have set only 300 frames, right? So here I need to change this end frame to 300, so I will change this to 300 frames only. So now if I play this, you can see we got our plane following the camera movement. Now let's move on to the modeling part. So let's press N on the keyboard to close that one. Now select the plane, change this to edit mode, or else you can press tab key for edit mode. Now change this to edge selection, select this one, second option for edge selection, select one of the edges, press E and extrude outwards, press X to extrude in x-axis like this. Now again select this edge, press E, X and extrude outwards, select this edge, press E, Z and extrude outwards, select this edge, press E and extrude outwards. So here I will say why we are doing this one in a couple of minutes. So first select this middle face, so change this to face selection, select this middle face here, press E, S and extrude inward. Now press E and move it backward here, press E and move it backward like this. Okay, so now we will get this kind of shape. So here you can see, we got this kind of box created. So if you are not using this extrude portions, right, we will be able to see the extruded portion outwards. So if you press 0, we will be seeing that extrude portion here in this video. So in order to hide that one, we will be using this extruded parts here. So I will show you how to do that. So for that, let's move on to this shading viewport. So come to this material properties, let's apply some materials here. So come to this material properties. So again, let's change this to edit mode, go to this edit mode here. Now let's select the outer faces here, select this, hold shift key, select this, hold shift key and select the outer faces. Now click on this new button to add a material and assign it to this outer materials. Now let's select the inner materials, inner mesh. So let's select the inner mesh here, select, hold shift key and select this part, and also we need to select these things. So select this. Okay, now we need to add a new material, click on this plus icon, select this one, add new material and let's call this as box and assign. Now select this outer portion, I will rename this as hold out. So let's change this to object mode. So press 0 for view through camera. Now we need to change this hold out surface to hold out. So select this hold out material, come to the surface options and change this to hold out. Now you can say we are not able to see that extrude portion here. If you are not using this extrude portion, we will be seeing that extrude part which we have pulled inward of this box. So for that reason, in order to hide that extrude portion, we will be using this extruded externally parts. Okay, now select the box here. I will change this color a bit, so I think this is fine. So first of all, let's change this to render viewport. So here the scene is looking dark. So first of all, come to this render settings, change this to cycles, enable GPU compute, scroll down, come to the film option, enable transparent so that our video is visible properly. So now we need to light up the scene by using HDRI. So come to this world properties, click on this yellow dot and select this environment texture, click on this open. So here I have downloaded few HDRIs. So in order to get HDRIs, just search as HDRI Heaven. Okay, so select this Poly Heaven website. So in this HDRIs, I will select as city buildings. Let's see what we will get. So here we got, right, so I will select this HDRI. So here resolution 1K is enough, download this one. So this is downloaded. Now I will load that HDRI. So open, come to this downloads, select the HDRI and open image. Now you can see we got that light in the scene and it is reflecting properly inside the box. Okay, fine. So if you want to increase or decrease the strength, just play with the value here. So you can say if I change this to 1, it is good. If I change this to 0, it is dark. So depending upon the footage, you change the value here. So here I will be leaving this to 1 only. So now let's import our CGI object here. So here I will be using this Apple Vision Pro. So I have downloaded this model from Sketchfab, thanks to the provider. And also I will be leave a link in the description for the footage also. This is from Pexels. So now let's import the model. So go to this file, import, it is GLTF file. So select this GLTF, and here I got this Apple Vision. Select this in and import. So here I got this one. First of all, let me change this to EV. Press S and increase the scaling. So first of all, let me add an empty to this object, complete object. So here you can see this is not a single object, right? So for that reason I will be adding empty so that I can control the entire object using an empty. So let's select the object, Shift S and cursor to selected, so that we will get the cursor here. Now let's add an empty. So go to this add empty, select a cube, press S and increase the scaling. Now hold shift key and select the object here, and later select this empty. Now control P, select the second option, object keep transform. Now we can control this whole object using the empty. So if I select the empty and if I move it, you can see the complete object is moving. So now let's place this inside the box here. Okay, so I think this is fine. Let's place this inside, starting. So be on the first frame. First let's rotate this one a bit like this. Press S and increase the scaling. Okay, so here I want this object to come out of this box after 40 frames or 50 frames. So I will move forward in timeline, like let me expand this one. So come to the 60th frame, press I on the keyboard. So in this latest version I'm not getting that option like which keyframes I need to add. If I press I on the keyboard, all the keyframes are getting assigned. Okay, so let's move to 160th frame here. Let's bring this Apple Pro Vision outside a bit. Let's increase the scaling a bit, and also I will rotate this one. You can press I on the keyboard. You can see all the keyframes are getting added here. So if you want to make it linear, press A on the keyboard to select all the keyframes, press T on the keyboard, and here we can select the linear. So now press 0 on the keyboard to see through camera. Now let's change this to cycles, and let's see this. So now here you can see, so here this Apple Pro Vision is getting outside the box, which is looking really good. So if you want to reduce the reflections on this Apple Pro Vision, so let's change this to EV once again. Select this product of the glass material, come to this material properties, here increase the roughness. Okay, so I think let it be bit glossy. So I think this much is fine, and I think I will make it bit white. And so I don't know how this Apple Vision Pro looks like, so I think yeah, this is fine. So now let's move on to the starting frame here. So now let's add, so I think first we need to move it behind so that the product is completely inside the box. So I think this is fine. Let's reduce the scaling, press I once again. So at 60 frames this animation will start, right? So let's add a plane here. There is the plane, we got the plane here, RX90. Press S and increase the scaling. So press SX. Let's close this here, SX. Okay, let it be here like this. So this is going to be the glass. So let's add some thickness. So go to this modify properties, add modifier, generate, solidify. Where is this solidify? And let's increase the thickness inward. I think -3 is fine. Let's apply the thickness here. So here I will be using this Blender Kit add-on to get the textures. So Blender Kit is free to download. So move on to the materials. Here I will apply glass material. Here you can see we got the glass materials, right? So from this I will select this glass material. So simply click on that material, it will be loaded onto the plane. So here it is loaded. So now let's animate this plane. So press I on the keyboard. So starting beyond the first frame, press I on the keyboard to add the keyframes. So here you can see all the keyframes were added. So I think till 20th frame let it be static. So again press I on the keyboard. So after 22, 40, 50 frames, I will move this downward, press I on the keyboard. So now we will have animation like this, and after that our product will come out of the box and it will go inside once again. And after that let's close this. So at this point select the plane. So select the plane here, press I on the keyboard to add a keyframe. Now at this frame let's bring it back here. Okay, add a keyframe. So here it is coming outside, so let's select this and move it inward so that it is completely inside the box. Press I on the keyboard. Okay, so now we got our CGI advertise done properly. Okay, so press 0 on the keyboard. So now come to this render settings, change this render engine to cycles, enable this GPU compute. So if you want to further add some lights in the scene, you can do that, or else let me change this color to this color only. So select this one, select the box, come to symmetry property, select this box, pick this color, and let's change the color to this one only. Okay, so that it matches the out frame. So I think this is looking good. And if you want to give this metallic look, reduce the roughness here a bit so that bit metallic is added. And yes, I think that much is fine. So if you want to still add a further lights in the scene, you can go to this add light, you can add area light here. So here we got the area light, so you can increase the scaling still further, rotate this light, place it accordingly as per your wish. So I think I will place this here, bring it up, and strength I will increase this to 500 watts. Okay, press 0. So now this is too shiny. I will move this behind so that it is not visible onto this glass. So once everything is done, come to this render settings. So viewport samples I will reduce to 100. Okay, and render samples I will change this to 64. 64 is fine, it is heavy for my mission. And enable this denoise option, and if you want to enable motion blur you can do that, so I will enable this motion blur also. So after that come to this output properties. So here the resolution is by default set to full HD. I will leave this to full HD only. If you want to change, you can change it here. After that enable this render region, crop to render region, and frame rate we need to set the frame rate value of our footage. So here the footage frame rate is 29.97. So I will change this to 29.97. So frame start and end 1 to 300 is fine. So here we need to select a output folder where we can save the sequence. So I will select a folder to save the sequence. So here I have selected a folder to save the sequence, and file format it should be PNG, and make sure this RGBA is selected or else we won't get that alpha channel. So make sure this is selected. So once this is done, go to this render and click on this render animation. So here the render is done, and you can see we got this PNG sequence here. So now let's move on to this After Effects to do the compositing. So here I'm in After Effects and I got the footage also. So here you can see this is the footage which we have used in Blender. So here let's import our PNG sequence. So right click, import file. So select the first PNG file and make sure this PNG sequence is selected and import. Now drop this on the layer which is about our footage. So now if I play this, you can see we will get our CGI advertisement ready. So here I will select this last frame, press N, right click, trim count to work area. Okay. So if you want to do color correction, you can do that. So go to this layer options, new, select adjustment layer. So control space. So here I will select this lumetric color and basic color correction. I will increase the contrast a bit. So I will increase this to 25, and temperature I will add this a bit to 10. Temperature is fine, or else let it be 5. Okay. So now let me add sharpness here. So control space and such as sharp. So select the sharpen, and the sharp amount I will give it as 5 so that we get some sharpness here. So after that, if you want to add cinematic scope, you can do that. So go to this layer options, new, select solid, and let the color be black, and okay. So let it be top layer. So let's enable this tile action. Now select this mask tool and mask it out here like this. So let's create a mask here and invert the mask. Nice. So now if I play this, you can see we got our CGI advertising video done properly. So here we can do something. So select this PNG sequence, Ctrl D to duplicate it, place it above this cinematic scope thing, and let's mask out this portion here. So select this tool and let's mask out the portion here and invert the selection so that only this portion is visible. This looks something cool. So now we got our advertising CGI video done properly in Blender and After Effects. So in this way we can create this kind of CGI advertising videos in Blender easily. So hope you guys have learned something new from this tutorial. If you have learned anything new, please like, share and subscribe my channel to support me. So we'll meet in the next video. Until then, signing off. Take care. Bye.